Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a special presentation for you. That's right, I'm ripping you off, Marvel. Deal with it. Today we're going to be talking about the new special presentation from Marvel over on Disney Plus, Werewolf by Night. This is something I've been looking forward to for a very, very long time. It was like 2 years ago, I think, Disney announced that they were going to do a Halloween special inside of the MCU on Disney Plus, and then we eventually learned that it was going to be Werewolf by Night, and then they cast Gael Garcia Bernal in the role, and then we eventually learned that Michael Giacchino was directing, but then we didn't hear anything for quite some time until I think it was D23 about a month ago. They were like, hey, here's a trailer, and this thing's coming out in like 3 weeks. And I was like, what? 3 weeks? They shot this thing already? And yes, they did, and it is fan freaking tastic. You know, Werewolf by Night, very ancillary, probably like the lowest known character they've tackled so far in the MCU. Michael Giacchino, great composer, probably the best working today, but this is his first time directing, so there was a lot of uncertainty going into this. But holy man, oh man, did it knock it out of the park. Michael Giacchino's directing is top notch. You'd think the man had been doing it for decades, and after seeing this, I absolutely think he should be the one that they choose to direct Blade. That should have a very similar tone to Werewolf by Night, a little bit of dark humor in there, but also super spooky with some great action. I think he'd be a perfect director, and he's got my vote, especially after seeing Werewolf by Night. He also did the music for this. He pulled double duty, and the music as well is great. It fits with that old-timey, universal 1940s monster movie tone they were going for. It nails it out of the park. Speaking of nailing it out of the park, Gael Garcia Bernal, oh my god, is he great in this as, the Werewolf by Night. He's so damn good in this freaking role. The only thing I've ever seen him in was M. Night Shyamalan's movie last year, Old, and I liked him in that. He was probably the only thing I liked in that because I hated that movie, but he was pretty good. So I was intrigued to see what he would do with this role, and he crushes it, nails it, knocks it out of the park. And just some of the stuff, some of the transformations, and some of the just the stuff he does before he becomes the Wolfman is just great stuff. He's got like a charm to him, and also like a little bit of a sense of humor, not like quite like the usual MCU sense of humor where it's almost beating you over the head with it, but he is like charming funny, not like yucks funny, which I thought was a nice, refreshing breath of air for an MCU piece. Another cast member of this is Laura Donnelly playing Elsa Bloodstone, another big character coming into the MCU, and she's fantastic as well. She's like a monster hunting Black Widow. She's kicking ass, taking names throughout this thing. She's great. It's kind of a two-hander for the most part between these two. There's some other cast members as well, but man, oh man, like if we get to see more of these two in the MCU moving forward, whether it's separate or together, I would not complain one bit. Whether it's yearly Halloween specials following Elsa around dealing with other monsters, or whether it's him showing up and doing stuff and she's helping him out, or just any combination of something. Elsa Bloodstone gets her own series, gets her own movie. I don't know, but I would love to see these two incorporated in the larger MCU going forward. And of course, in the trailers, you see another famous Marvel Comics character, Man Thing, and he is also fantastic in this special. They call him something else. They never use the name Man Thing in this. They call him something else, which I think people will like. I thought it was rather funny, but he's excellent in this. Not in the role you would expect, and in a much larger role than you would expect as well. These three are this thing's 55 minutes long, and these three are already three of my favorite characters in the MCU. Like, they are so damn good. This whole thing's so good. The villain is played by Harlotte Sansom, and she's fantastic as well. She's got, the Bloodstone. You see that in the trailer, and it looks like it might have the same kind of dark magic energy behind it as like the Scarlet Witch. So maybe we get to see some of this stuff carry over into an Agatha show, or maybe a Scarlet Witch movie or something. And it does make sense. Those news reports about Blade was supposed to be in this, at least for a little bit. He would have fit perfectly in. That's another reason I think Michael Giacchino should direct Blade. This was fantastic. If you would have told me that Werewolf by Night would be my favorite MCU thing in 2022, I would have told you you're crazy. I would have been like, no way, Doctor Strange is going to be better, Thor's going to be better. But this is where it's at. I really liked Moon Knight. I loved Miss Marvel. She-Hulk just had its best episode yet. but Werewolf by Night is where it's at. I'm probably going to watch this thing one, maybe two more times throughout the weekend. I love Werewolf by Night. I can't quit raving about it. It was surprisingly scary for a Marvel thing. There was lots of blood getting thrown around. I don't know if it was because black and white, you can get away with it a bit more, but there was plenty of blood for you horror fans out there, and for me, that was a plus as well. The horror was top-notch for Marvel. The action was top-notch for Marvel. The story was top-notch for Marvel. And the pacing, like, it didn't feel rushed. At 55 minutes, it was like, all right, this could feel a little rushed, but it didn't. It had perfect pacing, perfect timing, perfect length, and it just, this, oh my god, I can't quit raving about this. If we're counting this as a movie, it's probably in my top 5 movies of the year for sure. I love Werewolf by Night, and I can't wait to see what you guys think of it. I give Werewolf by Night 9.5 out of 10. I'm very stingy with my 10s out of 10s, but this gets a 9.5 out of 10. This is excellent stuff, and you should definitely check it out on Disney Plus this weekend. So, let me know what you thought of Werewolf by Night down in the comments below. Where would you like to see these characters pop up in the future of the MCU? And, yeah, subscribe to the channel for more. Maybe I'll make another video gushing about Werewolf by Night, because I love it so, so much. So make sure you like this one and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys right here next time.